Bulldogs win over Shiloh Christian. The Skyhawks' lone loss against region competition was to Flasher. The winner of the rematch is going to state. It's title time in Underwood. Tight matchup here from the beginning. This is Shiloh's Deidre Wood working from the middle, getting that impressive kill after getting off the ground. And then toward the end of the first set, Flasher would create some separation here a little bit. That's Victoria Richter. She was a big reason for that. That kill finds the back line. And Jenna LeDuc was a difference maker for the Bulldogs all year long. This kill gives the #1 seed the first set, but this one was tight the whole way. The Skyhawks come to life in the second as Emily Hamron gets this kill and Shiloh gets the win. The final was 3-2, and check out set 5, 18-16. Doesn't get much closer to that. Third place goes to Central McLean. The Region 7 champion for the 7th straight year is Trinity, 3-0 over Beulah. Nighthawks take third. Region 3 champion, it is Lemoore LM over Edgeley Calm Montpelier. Well, the higher seeded teams won this afternoon at the West Region Volleyball Tournament. So let's see if that trend continues. #2 Century facing 7th seeded Williston. And we'll pick it up after a little scramble here. Williston does a good job of keeping it alive until Century's Erica Lee shuts the Coyotes down on that point. The Coyotes, though, would eventually find a stride after a slow start. It's Madison Collins who puts a little power behind that kill to cut into Williston's deficit. And now it's Emma Shockley serving for Williston. And that ace is a pretty good one. In fact, the Patriots weren't close to it, but the Century would eventually regain control of this as Addison Clemeen would get the hammer on this one, as Century would pick up a win 3-1. They're in the semifinals every year since 2008. Legacy is the 3 seed. Minot is #6. First set of this one. Legacy's setter, Reese Dukesher, decides to go with the dump, and it works. So this thing is tied up. But in the middle part of the set, Legacy started to pull away, but then Minot stops that run with a kill right here. Presley Bennett puts the Majets and closes that gap down to 3. Then the Sabres would take over, scoring 10 of the next 13 points. Aaliyah McPherson with the block as Legacy wins it by the final of 3-0. Those earlier matches that I talked about, Jamestown over St. Mary's, and Bismarck beats Dickinson. Well, Jeff Roberts made his way to Fargo. He's covering the Dakota Bowl for us.
There are 95 teams throughout the 4 divisions of high school football in North Dakota. Less than 1 out of every 10 of those teams will end its season here at the Fargo Dome. The 31st edition of the Dakota Bowl kicks off in less than 12 hours here in Fargo. The day starts with a 9-man title between North Prairie and South Border. The Mustangs had never won a region title before this fall, let alone make it to the championship. That's followed by the single A game between powerhouses Trinity and Kindred. It's the only game tomorrow between 2 teams without a loss. It won't be a far drive for either team in the AA title game, with Fargo North and Grand Forks Central playing in the 3rd game of the day. The big one tomorrow, kicking off at 6:40 Central Time, will have Shanley and its 15-game win streak against Minot for the AAA championship. That's 192 minutes of football from the Fargo Dome, and we'll be here all day long. Follow along on Twitter for live updates. Check out our website for recaps. And as always, tune in at 6 and 10 for full coverage.